Hi guys, this is Stormouse03. Welcome back to my Dishonored Death of the Outsider 100% walkthrough, where I am showing you how to get all of the achievements or trophies on this game. This is the original game plus mode, and this is mission 2 called Follow the Ink. So just as a reminder, this is the second playthrough of the game that I am showing you, and so I am basically just going through the main mission points. Point A, point B, get in, get out, get done, don't get seen. So this will give you the Shadow Achievement or Trophy, and it will also give you the Good Old Times Achievement or Trophy for getting through Original Game Plus mode. We're not going to be collecting all of the paintings. We're not going to be doing all of the contracts. We're not really going to be doing much of anything other than the main stuff. And so if you want any of those other things, please go back to my channel and look at my other walkthrough, the first part of this, where I show you how to do all of that other stuff. So if that's what you're looking for, that is where you will find it. I'll put a link to that in the description. But otherwise, this mission is way shorter than it was on our first playthrough. Right now I'm just setting up my abilities and everything. And do remember that blink, you just blink. It's a one trigger pull mechanic, unlike the displace that you used in the new game. And so I don't know, it's a little bit jarring the first time you go back to regular blink. It's like, whoa, I didn't have to hit it twice, or at least it was like that for me. So just remember that blink is a little bit different, and I think blink has a little bit of a longer range to it than displace did, although that could be wrong. If it does have a little bit longer range to it, it's only a little bit, and so you're going to need to be pretty much as close as you were to things as you were when you used displace. So there are going to be a couple of differences to strategies and things because you have different powers now. So the domino power is super, super good. I don't think I ever really used that ability in any of the other games, but it is beast. Like, let me tell you, you can just knock out a whole room full of people with that thing without getting seen. So you're not going to really need to take out a whole lot of people at once, except for potentially in one specific spot in mission 3. So I don't know, don't worry too much about that, but there are a couple of spots where domino is really, really useful. One of those is in this chapter, and so we'll talk about it when we get there. But anyway, we went to the little tattoo parlor and got tattooed, and that's important because I think the path into the building when you get the tattoo is a little bit easier than the path into the building when you go in with the secret knock. And so that is the one that I'm going to be showing you, because when you go in with the tattoo, you're going through the bar across the street, and they aren't really hostile to you in there, except for a couple of the people upstairs, which are very, very easy to knock out. And then there are only a few guards in between you and the key that you need to pick up. And so if you go in through the bottom floor by using the secret knock to get in, you're going to have to do the bottom floor, the middle floor, and the top floor. But if you go in through the bar, you only need to do the top floor and the middle floor. So it cuts out a whole floor full of people to have to navigate around and knock out and all of that good stuff. So that's why I think that this path is the better one. So you're going to come up to this guy, you knock on the door, you show him your tattoo, and he lets you in. And all is very good. And this time as opposed to the first time we were here. We don't have to kill any of these people. It's just, this level is so much shorter when you are not doing the contracts, because the contracts take a while. So we come up here, go up the stairs, and then the only person that you really need to be concerned about is the guard that is guarding the entryway to Shan Yun's house. And so you'll see her over to my right, and I'm going to use Domino on her to link her to the person that's sitting in the chair closest to her, because we're going to go into this room and use this blood machine to knock out all 3 of those people sitting in the chairs. And if you use Domino on that lady that's standing up, it will knock her out as well, which is really good, because then you take out everybody with one move and you don't have to really risk anything, which is nice. And so you'll see they all pass out, which is awesome. And once again, guys, you can go through and loot these areas and whatnot. I'm really not going to be showing you much of that anymore, because I'm not doing any of the upgrades or anything like that. The only thing that I really suggest that you do is get 800 coins to buy the poppy tincture in mission number 3. I'll show you how to do it buying the poppy tincture from the black market, and also how to do it without being seen by getting it from the auction, which takes a little bit of doing. But if you can get 800 coins to buy it, it's going to be a lot easier of a time for you. So in any case, we're going to domino all 3 of these guards. So you want to get the first 2 and then attach them to this guy. And then when you pull this guy and choke him out, all 3 of them go down. Beautiful. And this section is so much easier than it was on the first playthrough to get through this without being seen. It's just, these abilities are very, very powerful when you use them correctly. So now we need to get the audiograph from in this room. I'm going to make a save. Now, you can go upstairs and get the key to the dumbwaiter room if you want to turn off the trap. So you'll see it's locked right now. There's a key upstairs to be able to unlock that, but you don't need that. You can do this exactly the same way that we did it in the first playthrough in order to get the achievement trophy, Golden Locks. And so you just get up onto this thing and you use your peek and lean mechanic to lean out and open the glass case. And it's a little bit finicky. It can sometimes take some doing, and you get real nervous. You're all like tensed up because you're like, oh, I don't want to fall on the floor and get electrocuted and whatever. But just make a save beforehand, just in case you have a little accident and die. But you should be able to peek out there, open it up, and then make sure that you blink into the case, and you'll be on the very outer lip. You'll wonder how you're not getting killed, but you'll make it. So you grab that. You need that in order to open the safe where we're getting the key. And then we only have these last 2 guards here to worry about. So I'm going to blink up here, and I'm going to use Domino on these 2 as well. And I'm telling you guys, Domino is fantastic. It just works so well. And you can take people out any way that you really choose to do so. You can kill them if you want to. You could shoot one of them in the head with a voltaic shot. You can choke them out like I'm doing. You can hit them with electrical burst. You know, you can do pretty much anything to them, and whatever happens to one will happen to the other. And you can link up to 5 people. And you're probably never really going to need to link 5 people together unless you are trying to get the poppy tincture from the auction, like I'm going to show you in mission 3. But it's pretty cool. It's a very, very neat mechanic. And like I said, it was a nice surprise because I never really used it before. But now it makes me want to go back and play the other games and use it more often because it's freaking awesome. So you play the audiograph, Golden Locks, and then you just want to pick up the key and anything else in here that you want. And it has a gold bar in there, and so that'll be helpful. You could also go in there and knock out Shan Yun and grab both of the paintings that are up on this level if you need some extra coin. And you know, just because I'm not doing any of the upgrades doesn't mean that you have to do no upgrades. I'm just doing it like this to show you guys that you can make it through this game on Shadow, getting the Shadow achievement or trophy without buying any of those upgrades, without using any bone charms. And so if I'm doing it with the bare minimum, then you guys can definitely do it with the freedom to use any of those upgrades or bone charms or anything like that. So definitely, if you want to go through here and loot stuff and get some money, or possibly complete a couple of the easier contracts or whatever, then feel free to do so, because anything that you upgrade and anything that you put on in terms of bone charms will only make it easier for you, which is cool. So we're going to head out this door and go over to the left, and now we just need to get the second key, which I think is easier. It's easier to do this second part than it is the first part, because there are just fewer enemies that you have to worry about. I love the design on these levels, and I love the ability to go multiple ways. So you can go this way, you can go around down below, you can come through the other side where, you know, the path to the bank is. You can do any number of things, but this is the path that I think is the easiest. So there are going to be 3 guards here. 2 of them you need to worry about, 1 of them you don't. That woman right there is just a civilian, not a guard. And so I'm going to take out the guard that's in this little tower here. First. And then I'm going to take out the one that is over to the right hand area of this little map here. And so we're gonna choke him out as well. And now, here is another thing to know. You can kill these people. There is no achievement or trophy to go through the whole game without killing anybody. I'm just showing you this way because, I don't know, I think it's fun. It's a nice little additional challenge or additional thing that you can do to not kill anyone. So that's why I'm doing that, but you can feel free to kill all of the people that you want to. As long as you're not spotted, then you're fine. And if you did shadow in the last playthrough, you know, if you followed my guide for the first playthrough and were able to get shadow there, then you don't even need to worry about being stealthy here. You can just run through, and if people spot you, they spot you, and you can run away, or you can kill them, or you can do whatever, you know. It's kind of fun to do a playthrough where you just don't care about stealth and kind of murder everybody and can really check out the levels and everything. That's what I did on my first playthrough of this game. But I definitely prefer being sneaky. I enjoy stealth games, and I really enjoy the stealth mechanics in this game. So, carrying on with the actual informative part of the walkthrough, you want to knock that guy out, and then you want to pull the lever when Mr. Jacoby is right over it. And I could tell by the shadow, but you might need to look up to make sure that he's up there and in position. And then you just, you know, pull the latch, and he'll fall and get knocked out, and you can grab his key. And if you didn't do the first playthrough in this guide, that would be an achievement or trophy for you as well, to drop him through the hatch. So now we're going to go into his office, and there's nobody up here who can catch you, I don't believe. So you can kind of stand up and run and do whatever you want to do up in here. But you just want to make sure that you pick up the key off of the desk. And then you are done. You don't need to pick up any of this other stuff. There are a couple of coins and things that you can pick up to grab some extra cash on your way out. And we're going to head to the end of the level. And I would recommend the same thing that I did in my first playthrough. I'd recommend you take the skiff out of here at the end of this mission, because that way you can take the skiff back in here at the beginning of mission 3, and that just cuts off a little bit of the level for mission 3. So pretty good. So that is mission 2 complete. You'll notice that we didn't kill anyone, and we did it all in stealth. No alarms, no detections, no bodies detected even. So that is that. I hope that this was helpful to you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in mission number 3.